What's going on, guys? This is Sam, and it's been a second since my last question and answer video, so I asked for your questions on Twitter, and these are the best questions that I saw. First one, can you tell us what classes you're taking? Also, studio tour, since it looks like you changed locations. And one more thing, did you put your HomePod on anything made of wood? This is a three-parter. First, I'm taking an intro to field production class, which is finally getting my hands on video cameras at college. My degree is called television arts, which is basically a degree for broadcast video and audio production. Fun fact, not actually what I want to go into. I want to do like more cinematography, YouTube stuff when it comes to an actual career, but at my university right now, that is the closest degree to what I see myself doing in the future. So I've got that. I've got a communication theory class, a theory of persuasion class. Those are actually challenging classes, but I feel like they're also really beneficial as well. And then I have an online English class. So it's a pretty great semester. Second, I totally forgot. Second, did I change studios? No, I'm actually inside of a hotel room right now. I'm working with NBC as an intern, completely separate from this channel or this entity. I got this from being Sam, a student at a university in the United States, not because of YouTube or anything like that. I don't think NBC knows that I have this channel, but I'm working as an ad inserter for the 2018 Olympics. It's a pretty short internship, but it's been really cool. So many amazing people here, and I'll probably make a separate video about the experience in the future just because it has been incredible. And third, have I set my HomePod on wood? I don't think that this desk is made of real wood, but as you can see right there is my HomePod, and seems like it's doing well. I actually looked underneath. It didn't leave a mark on the wood because apparently reports are coming out that HomePods are staining some surfaces with oils or certain types of woods. So far, it's been okay on this desk right here, but we'll have to see what happens in the future. It's been sitting here for about a week now, and it hasn't left a mark yet. If you could help design the next iPhone, what would it look like? Material, size, and color. I would definitely go with a glass back like we see on the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10, the Galaxy S8. I think that feels really great and feels really premium. It's also a little bit grippier in my experience. Size 5.8 inches. The iPhone 10 just nailed it. I pretty much want a phone exactly like the iPhone 10. Any bigger than that is just too big for me. Any smaller feels too small in my experience. And for the color, I would do a jet black. I feel like if Apple brought the jet black color to the iPhone 8, to the iPhone 10, I would be buying that phone in a heartbeat. I picked the white version of the iPhone 10 instead of the space gray version because it didn't look that dark. It wasn't totally black like a jet black iPhone 7. I was a huge fan of that color. That was the iPhone 7 that I wanted to get initially. I ended up getting the slate version of black, and if I had to pick a perfect iPhone, 5.8 inches, made of glass, true jet black color, it would be beautiful. What's your daily driver? This is a funny story, actually. So it's usually the iPhone 10. I haven't really used my iPhone 8 as my daily driver in about 2 or 3 months now. But the other day, I was showing someone the waterproof functionality. Like, how ironic is this? I'm showing off the waterproof functionality of the iPhone 10. 3 hours later, after I stick my phone in a cup of water, the cellular stops working. I use my SIM card ejector tool to look on the inside. Condensation got inside of the camera lens. And I don't know how well you can see it from here. I will show you some B-roll right now. But condensation went through the SIM card reader into the camera. And I don't know if it's broken. Trying to take photos with the cameras just doesn't really work because there's a layer of fog. It looks really bad. It's almost like you're shooting it on a really old iPhone. So while my iPhone 10 has been airing out, I've really missed it. I like the iPhone 8. I've been using that as my daily driver. That's the only other phone that I brought with me on my trip. But I miss the iPhone 10. It's a great phone, and word of warning, maybe don't pour water on it, even though it's water resistant. We know Apple's third collection for the Apple Watch is likely out by December. What materials/color ideas do you think the line might have? I'm just thinking of a diamond Apple Watch right now. I obviously would never be in the market to buy that. There's very few people, even fewer people than were in the market to buy the gold Apple Watch edition would be in the market to buy a diamond encrusted or like solid diamond Apple Watch edition. That would probably be what, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for a watch. It wouldn't be for many people. It would probably be a waste of time to look into because so few people, probably less than a few thousand, would be interested in buying it. I'd also really like to see a product red aluminum Apple Watch. Right now we only have the red digital crown, and it looks kind of weird just being there by itself, but a solid red aluminum Apple Watch paired with something like the iPhone 7 in product red would look really fresh. And I don't know if it's the most feasible idea out there, but I would probably be interested in buying one. Do you have a device for iOS 11.1.2 or below for Jailbreak? I do not. I got my roots in the jailbreak community. It's something that I think about all the time. Do I get back in? Should I pay attention to it? And honestly, I'm just bored of it. It was really cool for a while. I loved it. It's where I got the roots of this channel from. But I just kind of grew out of it. I'm not that interested in it anymore. Like, I follow the news loosely. I see maybe if a jailbreak releases or if any huge new tweaks come out. Other than that, I'm pretty detached from the community, and I just decided to move on to greener pastures for this channel. That being said, there are days that I miss it. I miss jailbreaking for sure. I miss being able to do whatever I wanted to my iPhone, and it definitely has clear pros and cons. Right now, for me, the cons just outweigh the pros.
First off, Fake Carrier is one of my favorite Cydia tweaks ever. It allows you to change your carrier name into anything you want. Fake Carrier is available in the Big Boss repo. Another tweak that allows you to change your carrier text is called Zeppelin. Zeppelin allows you...
Would you want the Mac Mini to get updated? Absolutely. I think this is a product that Apple's just forgotten about, and I really hope deep down in my heart that they are working on an update. My dad uses a Mac Mini. It's the perfect computer for him. My grandparents use an older Mac Mini. It's the perfect computer for them. For people that don't need a Mac Pro as a desktop, but also don't want an all-in-one like an iMac and don't want to use a laptop as like a Thunderbolt display option, people just want a small, cheap Apple desktop, and that's exactly what the Mac Mini is. That was my first like home computer that I ever used that my family got, and it holds a special place in my heart for sure. I also think that if Apple redesigns it and updates it, it's a really good machine. And they're also pretty cheap too, which makes them appealing for a lot of people. For those who don't want to spend $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 on a Mac, it's a great way to get into the ecosystem, and they're really good computers as well, like most Macs. I hope it gets updated in the future. I've been missing how it's just been kind of in the shadows for a while, like a number of other Apple products like the Mac Pro. We know the Mac Pro is getting an update this year. We heard a rumor a long time ago that the Mac Mini was being worked on. They would get a pretty big update. So yes, absolutely. I hope the Mac Mini does get updated in the future. Are you looking forward to Face ID coming to the iPad? I really am. I love my iPad Pro 10.5 inch. The screen on it is ridiculous. The processor inside is incredible. Not as fast as the A11 Bionic, but that should be coming to the new iPad Pros this year. Apple's working on slimming down the bezels, removing the home button, adding the Face ID system to it. I'm so excited. I am without question 100% sold on Face ID. It feels like the future. I can't wait till we get it on MacBooks and maybe even the Apple Watch. I'm ready for Face ID on everything. So yes, absolutely excited for Face ID on the iPad Pros this year. This one just came in. It's pretty hard. What's your favorite and worst Apple product? Favorite Apple product? I'm gonna go with AirPods, which is an answer that you probably wouldn't hear from the majority of tech YouTubers. I really like AirPods. I'm so excited for the second generation. They've been pretty reliable. I've had minimal issues with them. I just like the concept of being able to wear music on your head without something going over your ear. They're very minimalistic. The battery life on them for me has been really good. I like how they're wireless. The sound quality is great for their size. They're a little expensive at $159. So $160 is a lot of money for a pair of any headphones, but these are really good. And being able to go to the gym with just my watch and my AirPods is the best experience I've ever had with any technology in my life. For worst Apple product, I'm probably gonna get demerits from Apple for saying this, but iPhone 6S. It was the best iPhone at the time. I loved the functionality, loved how fast it was. Cameras were like super great for I think 2015, but I had a defective battery inside of mine, and it took Apple a few months to realize that a lot of these batteries were messed up. Once I got that repaired, my battery life was great. But while I had the iPhone 6S, I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was just my usage. I thought it was my poor cell reception. I'd have to charge it 2-3 times a day to get it to make it through an entire day. And it was just a really bad experience, because if you don't have a good battery on a phone, you're not going to be able to use that phone like you want to use it. And that is a huge negative. So best Apple product, AirPods. Very close behind for my favorite Apple product is the iPhone 10. I really, really like this phone. And then worst Apple product, I'm going to go iPhone 6S. I just did not have a good experience with that device. And those are going to be all the questions for today. If you have any big grievances with what I said or really liked something that I said, hit like below, leave a comment, and of course, hit subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you want to help support the channel, you can head over to iupdateos.com/merch, buy a t-shirt, hoodie, pullover. That would be incredible. And for now, I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I will talk to you in my next video.